everyone, welcome back to Coast to Colouring Sketch. Today I'm going to be filming a video. It's a tag video and I was tagged by Ashley's Colouring Creations, and this tag is a Colourists First tag. I think that's the name of it. So this tag is a list of 10 questions and a bonus question. It was created by Jojo's Colouring Nook. So I will leave the links to people's YouTube channels down below if you want to go and check those out, because there'll be quite a few of these videos knocking around now. Yeah, so I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to be colouring in my cute and creepy while I'm answering these questions. Who wants a little flip of what I've done so far in this book, or should I keep it a secret? Oh, what should I do? Go on, I'll let you look. Right, so if you don't already know, Camilla Derrico is my absolute favourite artist, and I think I've done about 13 pages in this book so far. I'll let you have a sneak peek. We'll have a little flip and then we'll get to the questions and the colouring. So I've got some tags in some pages and not in others, so I did that one. I've done that one. Nope, not in frame. I've done that one. I did that one that I wasn't happy with last night. It's the first time I've used this stuff, and I really I wasn't keen on the look of it, to be honest. Did that one. That one. Did the little monsters. Got the camera right up close. Oh, did that one. That one. I think, oh, that one. And there might be one more. That one. And I think that's it. So the one I want to colour on while I'm answering these questions is this little guy. I'm being drawn to this one. It is so cute. It's surrounded in candy, donuts, little gummy bear down here, lollipops. It's so cute. So I'm going to make a start on his body, and I want him to be orange. I don't know why, I just want him to be orange, yeah. So I'm going to make a start on that, and I'm going to answer some questions. I'm just going to bring this camera closer to what I'm colouring. There we go, because I always forget to zoom in and then no one can see what I'm doing. So the first question is, what was the first colouring book you bought when you started colouring? So when I first started colouring, my pencil's just broke on me. Let's get the sharpener. When I first started colouring, I was gifted some books. So the first books that I was gifted was a couple of Johanna Basford books. Just sharpen that pencil, sorry about the noise. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to buy a new sharpener. This is broke. I don't know what's happened to it. Oh, no. Right, 1 second, I'll be back. I'm back. Yes, my sharpener has died. It's gone to sharpener heaven. So it looks like I'm going to be ordering a new one on Amazon, and I'm going to have to try and make do with this dire looking pencil to try and get a base down. Yeah, unless I can find, no, actually, scrap the Prismacolor. I'll find a similar shade in my Artesas. I cannot work with that. But yeah, so I was gifted some Johanna Basford books from a friend, but the first book that I actually bought myself was the Hannah Carlson Soulmates book, and I absolutely adored it. I still do. I've not coloured in it in a while. I've been colouring in the newest books, the Gold Corn and the Midnight Masquerade. So So the second question is, what was the first supply you bought the first supply that I bought was a set of Black Widow pencils. It was just the Scorpion set. I only got the one set at the time. But yeah, I really loved them, and I kept them all nice and neat in the tin. So yeah, that was my first supply. What was your first non-budget friendly set of coloured pencils? So if we're going off a set, it's going to be the 36 set of Prismacolors that I bought. But before that, I'd actually bought just a handful of single stock Luminance and Holbein. So it depends if you want to class it as a set, it would be the Prismacolor. But yeah, that's it. Which was the first hardback book you bought? So it was the same as the very first book I bought, because the very first book I bought was a hardback. So it was the Hannah Cows and Soulmates. Yeah. Who was your first buddy colour with? My first buddy colour was with my friend who got me into the hobby in the first place, and that was Debie from colourmestressfree. If you've not already checked out her channel, go ahead. She does fantastic things in her colouring books, especially in mixed media. I think everyone knows Debie now as the queen of mixed media. I think everybody comments on it because it's just so beautiful and so unique. So yeah, my first buddy colour was with Debie from colourmestressfree, and it was a page out of Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Mermaids book. And that is on both our Instagrams if you would like to check that out. I've lost what question am I up to here? First colourtube channel you started watching. I was getting confused then because it's the same answer. So the first person I started watching was Debie from colourmestressfree again. So obviously our little girls went to nursery together. I saw her one day, just casually sat waiting for her daughter to come out of nursery, and she was sat with a colouring book in the waiting area. And yeah, things went on from there. First page you coloured. So it was a Johanna Basford page. I'm not entirely sure which one I coloured first, but the first few pictures I did, one was a reindeer in the Christmas book. I forgot what it's called. What's the Johanna Christmas book called? But it was a reindeer in there. The other one I did was a dragonfly. You'll know the one. There's lots and lots of pictures of that dragonfly on Instagram that people have done. So yeah, I think it might have been the dragonfly actually. And I did it using some soft pastels. What was the first portrait picture you coloured? Do you want to see it? I'll show you because it's fun to look back. I think I've shown this several times, but it's still fun to look. So the first portrait I ever coloured was obviously in the first book that I ever bought, which was this Hannah Cows and Soulmates. And let me find it for you. It was the double page spread with the lady with the fox. Don't laugh at me at how, you know, wishy-washy this page is. First ever colouring page, you know. But it was, let me zoom out a bit. Sorry about knocking camera. Oh, seasick. So yeah, it was this one. First ever colouring page I did. Look how atrocious is that. How you know, I've shown this page a few times and some people have said, I still think it's really good, and I'm thinking, what are you looking at? Because I'm not even in the lines there. I mean, I don't even know what that is. And this side, yeah, I think that's even worse. About the only thing I like on this page is probably these mushrooms. But yeah, that was my first ever colouring page, guys. It's not brilliant. And it was in Soulmates. So the next question is, what was the first greyscale image you ever coloured? So it depends what you mean by grayscale, because probably the very first sort of grayscale-ish colouring pages I coloured was out of the Colouristes Wild by Manuel Collin, because they do have quite a bit of grayscale on those images. A lot of the hair is quite grayscale on those pictures. But if you mean a more heavily grayscaled picture, then my first one was by Christine Karen. It was a PDF, I think it was called The Oak Fairy, and it was a man that I did with all white hair and white eyebrows. I will actually put the picture here, so ding, there you go. You can have a look at that. So yeah, that was the first grayscale picture that I coloured. What was your first ever completed colouring book? So I have just shown this on my channel. It was the Colouristes Wild 2 by Manuel Collin. And in that book you get 14 images to colour. There's 28 pages in total, but there's 2 of each picture, so I wasn't colouring 2 of each picture. 2 of the same image. So yeah, I completed all 14 pictures, and I have recently just put up a flip through of that completed colouring book on my channel if you want to check that out. It'll be under playlists, completed pages. And I really enjoyed that book. I really did. So the next question is a bonus question, and this is, what was the first colouring tag you participated in? So the first colouring tag I participated in was the scavenger hunt tag created by Danielle Danny Buttons. And yeah, I find it really fun, because when I'm just doing a colouring chat, I find it really hard to think of things to say, or to like converse with myself, if that's the right phrase to use. But when you're doing a tag and you've got a list of questions, or you've got some sort of prompts to talk about, it's really fun. I find it much better. So I really enjoyed that scavenger hunt tag. So thank you to Danny for creating that. I think she's the one that's set the wave of tags going. But they are really fun, and they are really good to sort of build each other up and promote each other's channels in a nice, friendly, community way. Yeah, I really love them. So that's the end of the questions, and I've not really coloured much here, have I? I've put my little base on. I've not even started on the oranges. But I would like to tag Debbie from colourmestressfree. I would like to tag Debbie from debbielovestocolour. And who else wouldn't have done this tag? I would like to tag ColouringwithK. So thank you everyone for watching. I know I've not coloured much. There was only 10 questions. So hopefully you will see this page completed in my finished pages video at the end of October. So I might even post it on Halloween and have my Halloween nails. I'm feeling a bit crazy tonight. I think it's the overtiredness. Anyway, please do give this video a thumbs up. drop me a comment down below, and do subscribe please. 50% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. I've noticed that on a few people's channels as well. I was looking at all the info the other day, so please, if you're watching my videos and you enjoy them, please do give me a subscribe. Love you, love you, love you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.